Welcome back to the Auto Insider, where you come to find out what's new, what's hot, and what's not in the automotive industry. This week, we're reviewing the all-new 2023 Honda Pilot Elite. Yeah, we didn't get a chance to review it last year, but we jumped at the opportunity in 2024 because we've heard so many good things about it. I couldn't wait to share what my thoughts are on this midsize SUV. But before we jump into all the details of this new midsize SUV, make sure you click the subscribe button and don't miss our weekly reviews as they come out. So when we first laid eyes on this Pilot, the first thing that came to mind was this is a pretty significant deviation from the traditional Honda design language. According to Honda, it was their take to make this a more rugged and sophisticated SUV, all in one. With this large upright grille, it sets the tone for an SUV that's not just stylish, but also capable. Honda emphasizes the thoughtful design choices like the pullback A-pillars and a longer hood, giving the Pilot those robust SUV proportions we all appreciate. As part of Honda's vision, those standard LED headlights and taillights infuse a touch of modern elegance to the design of this Pilot.
The Honda Motor Company has always prided themselves at being more of a practical and technologically advanced automaker. One of the things I really like about Honda is the attention to detail as far as the ownership experience is concerned. When you're thinking about a 3-row SUV, it's going to be a family-friendly SUV. I like features like this. Cabin talk. When this microphone is activated, the driver's voice is amplified in the second and third rows. So when you make it to your stop, you can look here in this conversation mirror, speak at a normal tone, and people in the second and third rows can hear exactly what you're saying. The Pilot Elite comes with things like heated and ventilated seats, dual climate controls, rear seat settings. You can also lock the rear. You have a USB and a USB-C fast charger, as well as a wireless charger for your smartphone. There's extra storage here. Cup holders are large enough for anything you need to carry along. Electronic parking brake, brake hold, and this is your gear select. Pretty easy to figure out and pretty easy to use, and adds more space and usability. And here you have a map shelf. Even though we don't use maps anymore, it's a great place for all the things you need on a road trip. The center console is nice and deep. This comes out for easy cleaning. Put it back, leaving a place here for an ink pen.
But as we all know, the true test of an SUV is where do we put those kids and all of their things.
And as you can see, this second row has good leg room. Honda has done a really good job of making these seat backs very useful. Here's a place to store things away. I could see a tablet going there on a long road trip. Also a place here for smartphones, as well as other places for your crafts and things you take on a long road trip. Second row passengers even had heated outboard seats, automatic climate control with their temperature and individual fan speed controls. You also have 2 USB charging ports, 115 volt outlet here, so you can plug up gaming devices, and it has to be turned so that small children won't stick things in here and electrocute themselves. Well, this isn't the largest third row I've ever been in. With this seat's ability to be adjusted forward and back, it does make for good leg room and a relatively comfortable ride. You have AC vents here, as well as USB charging ports for your smartphones here on the third row as well. Unless you have 3 people across this third row, everybody has a charger.
And just when we thought we had learned everything there was to know about this Honda Pilot, we kept thinking, why would they have this unfinished piece of floor here between these captain's chairs? Upon further investigation, here beneath the floor in the cargo area was this odd-looking seat. Now, it was a bit cumbersome, and I had to take a few minutes to figure out what to do with it and how to do it. But once we figured it out, it is a great addition to this second row. A third seat or cup holders and additional storage, making this Pilot essentially an 8-passenger SUV. Now, what family couldn't use an extra seat every once in a while? And the beauty of it is you don't have to leave the seat at home when you're not using it. You can take it along for any time you may pick up an extra passenger. This Pilot is really starting to grow on me. And never fear, parents, Honda kept you in mind as well. Let's talk about the driver's compartment. The Pilot comes with a standard 7-inch digital instrument display, providing you with all the essential information you need right at a glance. And that technology carries right over to the infotainment system. This all-new 10.2-inch digital LCD instrument display elevates the driving experience to a whole new level. There's also heads-up display. On the Elite trim, this new heads-up display delivers crucial information right in your line of sight, even traffic sign recognition. But now let's talk connectivity. This standard 10.2-inch touchscreen in the Elite trim has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And unlike some of the other vehicles in this category, it's wirelessly synced. No need to have cords and cables hanging all over the car just to get your information on your infotainment system. Oh yeah, and did I mention there's Wi-Fi on here that you can connect up to 4 devices? There's so much to cover on this 2023 Pilot that if we try to cover everything here in this video, it'd be over an hour long. So if you're still on the fence about this Pilot, rest assured, Honda has turned over all the stones and done all they can to make this driving experience top notch. If you have questions or want to know more, drop them in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, and if you enjoyed the content, of course, subscribe and stay tuned for more exciting reviews and updates. Thanks for joining us here on the Auto Insider. And the question of the hour, is it hot or is it not? We'd have to say this all-new 2023 Honda Pilot is hot. If you got a family of 8, this is one you can fit in your garage and in those tight parking spaces everywhere you go. We'll see you next week on the Auto Insider.